Hey there everyone. Someone asked me, what do I get out of this? When I sent them the links to the Facebook and the LinkedIn group. So it was the first time I'd interacted or touched base with this person. So I obviously replied to them what I do get out of it in short, but I just thought I'd summarise some of the things I get out of it and also just summarise some of the services I provide and why there's a link between those services and what I and hopefully the receiving person gets out of it. So number one, the free services. So you all know I do the free CV advice. That's one bit of free CV advice just to get you started, just hopefully to get you to trust in me, trust in my experience, and also just start thinking about your CV differently. The next free service I provide is the role tagging. So if you join the LinkedIn group, search hashtag tagging or search your niche area. But if you search tagging, you'll get an idea of all the various lists I've got. Basically, I then add you onto one of those posts, and then every time I see a role, I'll comment with a link to that role. And if you've got your notifications set up, you'll get notified about that specific job. So if there's a new testing role or project manager role, for example, and you're on that list, you should get notified. And a crucial thing about being on those tagging lists is you're getting notified about roles that aren't necessarily on the job boards yet. Some may be, of course, but lots and lots of recruiters and hiring managers are reaching out on LinkedIn and actually saying no agencies, which is obviously a great thing for us because it means they're tapping their network first. So you get to benefit from my 8,000 plus connections on LinkedIn. So use that free LinkedIn tagging service. Just make sure you tell me when you want to get off it, okay? The other free service that I provide is one-to-one clarity call. So that's basically a free 15-minute session where you can talk to me about anything. Book time in my diary. I've got a Calendly link. I'll try and put that in the comments below this, along with links to all the other stuff. But book a 15-minute session with me, no agenda. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to see where you're at, where I can help you, or just answer your questions. Or if you just want to chat about your skill sets, the market, how to go contracting, anything at all. The whole point is it's up to you. Free 15-minute call. I'm giving up my time there to help you. But as I said before, it gives me so much joy and benefits me when I help you. If I do something for you for free and it helps you in some small way, then that just helps me. It's like paying it forward, buying someone a free coffee. Yeah, it helps me. But if it helps you, double bonus. Another thing I offer is I've got all my videos and content in an online video library, because what I discovered is that LinkedIn expires old posts. Facebook, sometimes you can't access old posts as well. It seems to naturally, I guess, deplete old posts. Maybe if they didn't get much interaction or comments or likes the first time round, it then won't show you those posts again. So you're only going to be able to see them if you specifically search for that subject. And even then, I've tested this on LinkedIn, those subjects don't come up. And if you're on LinkedIn, you don't get to benefit from all the videos that are longer than 10 minutes because there's a 10-minute restriction on LinkedIn videos currently. So I've got all my video content that I've ever produced in my video library. There's also exclusive members only content, which I'm going to be adding to and creating all the time. There's also some extra free downloads in there that I haven't put anywhere else, okay? So that's a subscription service. That's £5 a month currently. Basically, you can sign up, consume as much of the content as you want, and then quit after a month if you really want to. Or that is totally fine to do that. What I would recommend is you sign up, watch as much of that content as possible, especially if you're looking for a new role or you're not contracting yet, and just use the content in the time that you're off, or in the time that you're in between contracts, in the time that you're looking for a contract. And when you don't need it, just cancel any time. That's a better use of it. So £5 a month, cancel any time, no commitment needed. All the content is there, £5 a month, I think that's a bargain. Now we move on to some more paid services. So people said to me, someone said to me, if you're going to review my CV, review it. Well, I'm not a fucking charity, right? I've got a full-time job, got a house to look after, wife and kids, and a fucking life, okay? And I'm not going to just do everything for free. I try and do as much as I can for free, but I can't do it all for free. And if you expect me to do everything for free, you're sorely mistaken. Please delete yourself from the group and from my existence, because you obviously don't appreciate it. But if you have things like the free CV advice, and then you think it's beneficial, if you think it's useful, well then if you trust me to help you further, that's what the CV Express is. I'll give you 3 more bits of advice to help you fix your CV. Sometimes that's all people need, is that little gentle nudge of a few areas in which to improve on their CV. And again, look at the testimonials. I don't make this shit up, you know. These are all from people in the groups. So have a look at what people say, see if you think you can benefit. And again, I just think it's, you know, amazing value for money. Some people have been going on about signing up for the CV Express when it was back at 10 quid when I first launched it. Well, you know, now it's 33 quid. So like it or lump it, prices go up. Either sign up or don't sign up. It's up to you, but I think it's a fantastic little product, a little service there. And again, just if it helps you get more interviews, helps you get a job, then fantastic. Just let me know that you did get a job or you got an interview, because that's what I want to hear from you, okay? And because some people said they liked the CV Express, I then created a LinkedIn Express. So same sort of thing, 3 things to help you improve your LinkedIn profile. Because I see so many awful LinkedIn profiles out there. And of course, if a recruiter, you know, takes one look at your LinkedIn profile and it just either doesn't match your CV or just annoys them or puts them off, whatever it is, you can't judge them on that. Wankers. But the whole point is they might not put you forward for a role. They might not contact you. You know, is it really worth it? I would suggest, if you know your LinkedIn profile needs a bit of work, again, start with the LinkedIn Express, 30 quid, value for money. Next, if you want more help with your CV, maybe you've done the free advice, maybe you've done the CV Express. Not all people do, for example. They sometimes just jump straight to the CV Booster. That's my full CV review service. That is where I just rip it a new one, just completely rip it apart in the most positive and proactive manner to get your CV to the next level in terms of people wanting to read it, people commenting it and saying it's good, and hopefully getting you one of those interview slots, and hopefully, you know, getting you one step closer to getting that new role. That can be for permies or contractors, it doesn't really matter. Ideally in this sort of IT field, which is what I'm in, but it can be anything vaguely related to IT, but I have helped non-IT people as well. And some of the results from the CV Booster have been amazing. You know, some people's CVs I've picked out about 100 bullet points of things I would change, some major, some minor, and when I see the resulting changes implemented by them, it just looks so much different. It's just amazing to see. And again, if that helps someone get an interview, which gets them a job, which helps, you know, hopefully changes their life, that's just, you know, goosebumps, amazing. Also do a LinkedIn Supercharger service. So maybe you've done the LinkedIn Express service. You've got 3 bits of advice there that hopefully improve your LinkedIn profile. If you want to go the whole hog and have a full LinkedIn review, I suggest everything possible to change or tweak in your LinkedIn profile, and you know, give you a recommendation and do various other things to help you, then that's the LinkedIn Supercharger service. Next, I've got coaching calls. So maybe you've had one of the free 15-minute clarity calls that I mentioned earlier, but maybe you want more. Maybe you want a bit more time. You want to go into depth about a specific subject. Well, that's why I created these specific coaching calls. So at the moment, I do a half an hour one and a 1 hour session. Again, we can talk more in detail about maybe your skills, your mindset, preparing for contracting, maybe it's your interview technique, anything at all, half an hour call or a 1 hour call. And I'm going to charge for these things because that's an hour of my time that I could be with my family, could be doing something else, okay? I want to help people, but people have got to help themselves. And when you pay attention. Next, if you're actually looking to go contracting and you're not contracting yet, and maybe you know a bit about it, but you don't know all the ins and outs about it, and you've got a few unanswered questions, well, that's why I created my video training course. So it's an introduction to contracting. We cover all areas about mindset, looking for roles, CV, LinkedIn, what to do in between contracts, all the sort of stuff about quitting your job and all that sort of stuff, accounts and finances. It's about 2 hours, 20 minutes long, I think. A perfect introduction if you're not contracting yet and you just want to cover all the bases and make sure you understand all the fundamentals. Finally, some people have been asking me about my CV makeover service. What is it? Well, I don't advertise it all the time because this is where I've done a full CV booster review on your CV. So maybe I've identified, 100, 120 bullet points on your CV. And imagine if you just say, yeah, Dave, I totally agree with all of those things. And I like the look of CV number 1, because I send you, as part of the CV booster, I'll send you 2 CV formats, my CV and another one that I think is fantastic format. And basically you can just copy and paste and create your own CV from that. But some people recognize that they haven't got the time, or if I've said to you, you need to reword some of these sentences, I don't always give you the exact wording that I would use because that would just take me a long time on some CVs. So with the CV makeover service, I do all the changes that you agree with that we identified in the CV booster service, all of those changes, and I'll do rewording of sections. So if you need me to make your opening paragraph, your opening summary profile more powerful, more impactful, and really sell yourself in that opening paragraph, that's the sort of extra bonus service you get with the CV makeover service. Okay, so the prerequisite is you have to have done the CV booster service first. I hope that's useful. Now, every single one of those services or products I get massive value out of. Just seeing the guy the other day's CV makeover result, his CV, I was so proud of it when I created it, even though I said it myself. And then seeing his comments when he first saw it, it got me quite emotional. I don't know why, but it just felt, I don't know, maybe it was a thing of, going back to school and being told you'd done a good job, or your parents telling you you've done something well, but I don't know, it just felt appreciated. It felt like, like I said before in a post, when you doubt sometimes your abilities, you don't always, especially when you're out of work. When I was out of work, I thought, shit, am I in the wrong niche? Am I doing the wrong thing? Am I crap at my job? You start to doubt yourself, and you start to, all those demons start to come in, or they do for me anyway, and I don't know if that's the same for you, but you start to doubt yourself, doubt your abilities. And so when you give people CV feedback or LinkedIn feedback, or you have a coaching call with them, or they comment on how good your video library is, or any of those things that you provide, it really does, I don't know, it just warms your heart, it just makes you feel appreciated, and you realise you can do this stuff, and it does make a difference to people. So anyway, I hope that's useful, and I hope I can make a difference to you in some way or other. You don't have to buy any services from me at all, no pressure at all, but you just got to understand when it takes my time and effort and takes me away from my home, my family, my kids, my own time, then I have to charge accordingly. And I think fair exchange of value is perfectly valid. I want to make sure the amount of money you pay for anything is more than repaid in the value you get back. Because if that's not the case, I've not done my job. I've not done my job at all. I want you to be thinking that is massive value for money, whatever service you use from me, even the free one. I want it to be massive value to you, okay? So, I wish you all the best. Thank you for being a part of the IT Contracting Academy groups, and reach out to me if you need any help, because I am always here, okay? All the best. See you, bye.